Kansas City Chiefs. I'm Kate Scott, joining me as always, my partner in crime, Brock Huard, and we are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might... The weekend where 4 teams gets cut down to 2 here in the AFC. The divisional round contest is underway. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And we'll get a look at the guy calling the shots, their 5th-year quarterback.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Man in motion, headed right. 2nd and 8. Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ennis Rakestraw. And the Chiefs take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Tight end going in motion here. Here's 2nd and 7. Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Again, Mahomes to throw. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's able to get this down to the 36. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. One of the tight ends motioning right. 2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that will get them on the board.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's a return from the 7. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And that throw just too high for him. Nearly an interception on that play. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. Another throw here on 2nd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Pass play now. Complete here to Bowers. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes, they so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. 65 yards on the punt there. And the Chiefs will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards, 2nd down coming up.
At the 8-yard line.
Another try following the sack. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. And it wasn't a touchdown or a field goal, Brock, but hey, points are points, and their first points of the game come on that there safety.
You'll take them any way you can get them in this league, Kate, right? And if the defense has got to score and they've got to continue to score, that is just fine, because that is a breath of fresh air on that sideline and hopefully a bit of a kickstarter for their offense as well.
Always hurts to do this. They give up the safety and now have to kick it away. Pulled in at the 20. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. The Raiders have their offense back out there. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. To throw it on 1st down. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. looking to throw. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Back to throw. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this one gets out of bounds. It was pushing some distance towards the goal line, but gets out at the 5. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And their last drive reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. First down throw, Mahomes. Hauled in by Rice. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Nate Hobbs in on that stop.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing. It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Raider football. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Play action on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Raiders first. Here's a throw. Completed here to Johnston. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They send the tight end in motion. From the 37. That throw finds Johnston. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. You are seeing that right. It is a 3-2 ball game. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Short pass brought in. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Looking for a throw here. Got a man, Bowers has it. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And the defender comes away with it.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
The Chiefs' offense set to take over again. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Man in motion here. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked off by their rookie from Michigan. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they threw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball.
Yeah.
Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Back to throw. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Coaches challenge you to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
Kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Give him 13 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Pressure comes, and he's taken down. The Raiders got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Okay, let's make some good calls.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Pressure coming from Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Signaling fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Pass play on 1st and 10. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd and 6 now. Hauled in left side. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Devon Holland there to make the stop. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds his man Rice. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. A counter give here to Pacheco. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Pride connected with Xavier Worthy there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. To the air, Mahomes. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 2nd down. Throwing again, Mahomes. Able to find Hawkinson. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 3rd and just 2 to go. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Field goal team running out as the Chiefs will go for 3. This is going to be a 46-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll push their lead to 4.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. they'll come out throwing. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Up from the secondary, and it's Rakestraw on the tackle. Into the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Raiders need some big yards in a hurry. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 32. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. And now they're going to face 3rd down. Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And he's been one of the players of this game. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Mahomes. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And he starts spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. The Raiders go a nickel on this 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Back to the air, Mahomes. That one's complete, right side. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Again, Mahomes to throw. Hauled in by Rice. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. We've reached halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Reports with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. One of these 2 teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it your way, let's hand it back over to Kate Scott. With that, the 2 squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kate Scott.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Chiefs have their offense out to start this 3rd quarter. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Hutchinson wheels it in. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Another throw for Mahomes. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Chiefs grow the lead coming out of halftime. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
He fields it from the 8. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Raiders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Misfire there, couldn't connect.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Second and 10 now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They go play action here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
There was a theory some years ago, Kate, that you would never run play action on 3rd and extra long like this because that play action is really not going to affect the defense. But what you got to understand is many times you're running that play action because of the great protection. You're actually trying to give that quarterback an extra beat. Well, it didn't work out that time.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And it'll be their football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Has the connection to Hockenson. And this one doesn't go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Back to throw, Mahomes. Out to his wide out, it's a screen. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. That's a pickup of 9. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
And it's a nickel look by the Raiders. 3rd down coming up. Here's Mahomes now. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. The offense getting set to go. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
Looking slant route complete. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Setting up a throw. That's complete to Bowers outright. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
The give now out of the shotgun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. The Raiders have the ball, and they have work to do to save their playoff run. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Pass play coming here. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Raiders 1st. He'll throw it. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. 2nd and 3 now. Mahomes back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Has it at the 7. He has the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now a big 2-point try coming for these Raiders.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point.
He's throwing for it. This is caught. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Going to need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Finds his man Rice. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line.
From the 42. He completes it in traffic. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Back to the air, Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this 2nd half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
No return on that punt. And the Raiders' drive is going to start deep on their own side of the field. They go play action on 1st. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Caught quickly on the slant. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. 2nd and 3 now. Now a give on the counter. And not a lot of space to work. He's brought down at the 45. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Back to throw now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
They'll run here on 1st down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference and pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
Got all of it, and this is good. And they cut it down to within a field goal.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Chiefs offense out to take over. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Pistol now for Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Right back to Pacheco. He still has room inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 27. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Chiefs in a victory formation here as they take a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. They're going to get to stay at home